He's definitely putting on his makeup. He's definitely he was full of fire when I got there.
Okay. Well, the way I found out was we moved here maybe 2 years ago from Ireland. So we moved in down the road to Northstone, and it was probably around June that we were driving by, because I was always involved with horses when I lived in Ireland. So we were driving by, and me and my dad were looking for places that I could start with horses again, and this was ideal. They had only moved in here a couple of weeks ago when we found them, and we got the number and filled out everything, and then I came over to visit, and I just loved it. I mean, all the horses and their stories, and I mean, you couldn't really find it anywhere else. I mean, when I was a little girl, it wasn't really Barbie dolls for me and everything. It was horses, and I just really love them. So, my grandfather always had them around his house, so that was definitely a big inspiration and reason I liked them. I mean, it kind of runs through my family because my grandfather, he worked with them. He was a farmer with horses when he was in his 20s. So starting with the first day I came to Bellalock, it was kind of like nervous, and I wasn't too sure how the horses would act around me, but they all took on pretty well. I mean, Willie was the first horse I rode here, and he was great. I guess he was kind of like my second home, I guess. The first day Pep came to our rescue, he was kind of wild and every now and then mean, but I knew behind that craziness of a horse was just a horse that wanted to be loved. So, I guess he was kind of like crazy and everything, but that's why I kind of loved him, because he had a personality. His sense of humor was the biggest thing for me. Like with his halter, he'll put it in his mouth and like throw it at me, and I've taught him how to bow, and like when I groom him, I think he'll just like sit there and take it like most horses do, but no, he'll rather pick up the box with the handle and like chuck everything out of it and throw it at me. And he can groom himself with the brushes, so he's a really smart horse.